The Golden State Warriors are back in the spotlight once again, and this time, it's not just because of Steph Curry's shooting magic or Draymond Green's defensive brilliance. What's making waves right now is something far deeper, a secret game plan that's reportedly been leaked from within the Warriors organization ahead of their matchup against the Denver Nuggets. And according to those who've seen it, this plan could completely change how the Warriors approach not only the Nuggets, but the entire Western Conference going forward. So what exactly is this mysterious strategy that has everyone in the NBA world buzzing? Sources close to the team say the Warriors have been quietly experimenting with a new offensive identity, one that shifts away from their usual reliance on perimeter shooting and leans more heavily on speed, versatility, and misdirection. For years, Golden State has lived and died by the three-pointer, and while that formula brought them multiple championships, it's no secret that teams like the Nuggets have figured out how to contain it, especially with Nikola Jokić controlling the paint and orchestrating Denver's offense with near-perfect efficiency. But the Warriors aren't standing still. This so-called leaked game plan reportedly includes a total overhaul of their offensive tempo. Instead of slowing the game down to set up their classic motion offense, the Warriors are planning to push the pace to an extreme, forcing Denver's bigs into uncomfortable matchups in transition. That means running the floor faster, attacking the rim earlier in the shot clock, and using their bench depth in new, unpredictable ways. And here's the kicker: Steph Curry and Klay Thompson are expected to play off the ball more than ever before. Yes, you heard that right. The Splash Brothers, the most iconic backcourt duo in NBA history, might not be initiating the offense as often. Instead, the plan is to run more possessions through Jonathan Kuminga and Brandon Podziemski, two players whose energy and fearlessness have impressed the coaching staff in recent practices. Kuminga's explosiveness in transition and Podziemski's court vision are key parts of this shift. It's a gamble, but if it works, it could catch the Nuggets completely off guard. Insiders say the Warriors have been testing this strategy behind closed doors for weeks. Coach Steve Kerr, known for his creativity and willingness to adapt, has reportedly held closed scrimmages at the team's facility, where no media was allowed and even some staff members were told to stay out. One player described these sessions as unlike anything we've ever done before. The goal, according to sources, is to rebuild the Warriors' identity into something fresher, faster, and tougher, a version of Golden State that doesn't depend on outshooting opponents, but instead outsmarts and outruns them. And if there's one team this approach could work against, it's Denver. The Nuggets have one of the most structured and patient offenses in the league. They thrive on half-court execution, ball movement, and spacing around Jokic's playmaking. But if you speed up the tempo, force Jokić to defend pick and rolls in transition, and make him switch onto quicker players repeatedly, you wear him down. That's where the Warriors believe they can exploit the Nuggets' biggest weakness: their endurance against small, fast lineups. But here's where it gets even more interesting. According to a source close to the team, the Warriors have been secretly developing a 5-out offensive system that mirrors what Denver does but adds a Warriors twist. Everyone on the floor, yes, even Draymond Green, is being trained to attack, pass, and create off the dribble. The idea is to make every possession unpredictable, so defenses can't key in on one player. In this version, Draymond becomes a point center again, Curry runs off multiple screens like he's back in 2016 form, and Klay gets more catch and shoot looks than he's had all season. And don't forget about Chris Paul. Many thought his fit with Golden State was questionable, but in this secret game plan, Paul plays a critical role off the bench. His job? To control the tempo when Curry rests, but not in the traditional sense. Instead of slowing things down, Paul's being asked to push pace selectively, initiating early offense, but with surgical precision. It's about keeping defenses off balance, forcing switches, and creating chaos without losing control. Now, of course, any mention of a leaked plan sparks questions: how did this get out, and is it even real? Some within the Warriors organization are reportedly furious that details may have slipped. Others think it's intentional, a bit of psychological warfare before facing Denver. Remember, Kerr has always been one step ahead when it comes to mind games. He might be letting this leak happen on purpose to make the Nuggets second-guess their preparation. But whether the leak was accidental or strategic, the reactions have been explosive. Around the league, coaches are already talking. One anonymous Western Conference scout told reporters that if this plan is true, Golden State could be a nightmare again. They're too experienced, too smart, and if they've got fresh legs and new schemes, look out. Even the players have been hinting at something big. In a recent interview, Draymond Green smirked when asked about facing Denver again. He said, "We've seen them enough times to know what works and what doesn't. This time, it's gonna be different." That cryptic line suddenly makes a lot more sense. Meanwhile, Curry's been spotted staying late after practice, working not just on shooting, but on new off-ball movements that look designed for this new system. And Klay Thompson, who's been trying to find rhythm this season, reportedly told teammates he feels rejuvenated by the changes. The Warriors know the pressure is on. The Western Conference is stacked: Denver's dominance, Minnesota's rise, the Lakers and Clippers fighting to stay relevant, but Golden State has something those teams don't: championship DNA and a willingness to reinvent themselves. That's what makes this league so electrifying. It's not just another tactical adjustment. It's a statement. The Warriors are tired of being doubted, tired of hearing that their dynasty is over. And if this new plan really works, it could silence every critic out there. Imagine the Warriors running circles around Denver's defense, Curry cutting through screens like it's 2015 all over again, Kuminga finishing explosive dunks in transition, and Draymond barking orders as he orchestrates a chaotic but brilliant new rhythm. That's the version of Golden State fans have been waiting for. Of course, there's risk. Any major shift in style could backfire. The Warriors' chemistry has always been delicate. Too much change can disrupt what makes them special. But what's different now is the urgency. The players know time isn't on their side. Curry's 37, Klay's been through multiple injuries, Draymond's nearing the twilight of his prime. They can't afford to wait for another rebuild. They need results now. That's why this game plan feels less like an experiment and more like a final stand, a last, brilliant reinvention from one of the greatest dynasties in sports history. Another element that's reportedly part of this strategy is the defensive rotation switch. The Warriors are planning to trap Jokić high up on pick and rolls, forcing him to give the ball up earlier than he wants. By rotating faster on the weak side, they're betting they can disrupt Denver's rhythm. This means Wiggins and Kuminga will play bigger roles defensively, switching onto multiple positions and closing out hard on shooters like Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. And perhaps the most telling part of this leak comes from Curry himself. During a recent team huddle, sources say he told his teammates, "We're not done. They think they've figured us out, but they haven't seen what's coming." Those words reportedly fired everyone up. Curry isn't just the heart of the Warriors, he's their belief system. When he's locked in, the whole team follows. As the matchup with the Nuggets looms, fans and analysts can't wait to see if the rumors are true. Has Kerr really drawn up something revolutionary? Will the Warriors finally look like the powerhouse that once dominated the league? One thing's for sure: Denver won't take them lightly. The Nuggets know that no matter how many titles Golden State has won, they still play with a chip on their shoulder. If this leaked plan comes to life, we could be witnessing a turning point in the Warriors' season. A statement game. A reminder that dynasties don't fade quietly, they fight until the very end. And if you know this team, you know one thing: they love proving people wrong. So when the Warriors step onto the court against Denver, every possession, every rotation, every sprint down the floor will be part of that message. The leak might have given us a glimpse, but the real revelation is yet to come. Because when the lights go on and the ball tips, all that matters is execution, and if the Warriors truly pull this off, the rest of the league better be ready. Because this isn't just another game plan, it's a warning.